Hey everybody, this is Corey Salty Shoe Floyd, and welcome to the Geek Report. This week, apparently Jim Carrey's name is in a few people's different mouths for different things. Also, it looks like the most obvious sequel is definitely being made, and the Predator is going to be family friendly? Maybe. What am I talking about? We'll dive into it a little deeper this week on the Geek Report. Hey everybody, this is the Geek Report powered by Amerime Media. I'm Corey Salty True Floyd, and here with me, right here, my number two, my Commander Riker, Demon Engine.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
My ninja. And another returning guest, Tafari TV. What's going on, man?
What up, what up? Happy Friday, folks.
Yeah. Everyone, please be sure to follow him. His channel is just like his name, Bam, on all platforms.
Yep, same name everywhere.
Funny guy. I enjoy his hot takes, and I also like that he streams while working out.
You gotta keep my gotta. I want to keep my feet, so that's important.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely got me like that might be something I should look into. I need to drop some pounds before I can do one of them smaller treadmills. Right now, I gotta do the regular people treadmill, that big industrial one.
Yeah, I had to find what is it? Walking pads are the smaller ones you can find, and they're more compact. I would love to do like a regular size treadmill, but I would need like a bigger room and space for that.
I understand. Now, for those of you out here who are new, hey, what's going on? This is the Geek Report. Every week, me and the rest of Amerime Media and a guest or two, we talk about some news pieces from in and around the geek pop culture sphere. And hopefully we have you informed as well as entertained. Before we get started, of course, we need you guys to subscribe, especially if you like what we're doing here. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon and be updated on anything and everything from right here at Amerime Media. Demon Engine, I hope you've been well.
Yup. I have been tired, but yeah.
Tafari, what have you been up to?
Trying to make content and spread it out amongst getting this season of spooky season streams in. So I ran through both the Little Nightmares games. I'm three chapters in on season 2 of Batman's Telltale. Hopefully finishing Sonic Unleashed tonight. Potentially Shadow of the Colossus tomorrow for the 20th anniversary. And then I'm doing, I think, Outlast on Monday, and then Kingdom Hearts on Friday.
Outlast. Whew.
Honestly, it's not that bad once you get into it. That first like 30 minutes is like all right, but then once you get over the whole like shock factor and you start getting annoyed because it's like all right, clearly I need to go somewhere.
No, brother. I remember playing it when it first came out. When we realized, he was like, "Yo, I don't think there's no weapons in this game. I think we just got to run."
I hate that. That's why I hate that type of horror games. I hate. Why you have to force me to? I'd rather die fighting than have to keep running like a bitch. The only way I was able to make it through that game is by just being dumb. Face my fears. I'm gonna just kick open every door. Fuck it.
That was me toward. Like, I did like a test run a couple of days ago. After a while, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna try to juke everybody. I ain't hiding no more. Like I've been here. That is enough. I have been here long enough.
But long enough. Let's get into the news.
I had a few people trying to get me to play Outlast Trials, so I'm just like, not unless you.
I knew that game fell off so bad, and I knew it was going to. Like, there's no appeal to it. Like, you run through the missions, and it's just Outlast, but with teams. But like, you can kind of fight back. and then there's like it does nothing for the overall like lore or the story.
Where's the bang for the buck? Now, Truck Russell, director of Nightmare Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, which is what considered the best one. He recently said in a statement he would love to bring back Nightmare Elm Street, but he'd want to do it with Jim Carrey.
No.
Yeah, Jim Carrey is not a horror guy.
But here's where I'm going to disagree, because he did a thriller movie called The Number 23, and this was the creepiest I've ever seen Jim Carrey. Now, we already know that comedy guys all have this thing where they can do horror. And if we took the antics of Jim Carrey and gave him the persona of Freddy Krueger, you could have comedy / horror gold.
I don't need my serial killer cracking wise like he's Spider-Man. I'm sitting up here shitting up my back trying to live.
Yeah, I don't know how. Like, I'm not saying it can't be done. I can't envision it.
I don't know, because when Freddy Krueger became a comedy pop culture thing, Robert Englund, he had to find his funny bone so he could make it work. Think if we took that performance and put it in a still very spry, very active, very funny Jim Carrey. I'm like the dream sequences and trolling would be to a whole new level.
I feel like you can get that. It's just you got to solidify the fact that this is a murderer and a killer, and that's the part. I feel like that's the part where they're gonna struggle to bring it in. Is you can write the jokes, you can write the troll nature of Freddy with Jim Carrey well. The actual murder aspect.
Yeah, he's still a despicable villain. like, don't get it wrong. There'll be no nuance. He's still a monster. He's just the most entertaining part of the movie.
Can't be worse than that last attempt they made, because that was not it.
You know what, Tafari? I want you to come on next week. We're doing Freddy versus Jason. We're going to talk about that as well. It's going to be me, Agent MK, and you. And do you think you might be free?
I should be, yeah.
We'll talk. We'll talk on it. Meanwhile, let's go to the next. Demon, everything okay?
Yeah, hold on.
There we go. Scholastic. Scholastic has actually launched a free streaming app featuring the Magic School Bus, Sid the Science Kid, Goosebumps, and more. And it's absolutely free. This is awesome. Listen, things are definitely very weird out there, and one of the things that's being attacked is education. So Scholastic providing this I think will do wonders.
They still do kids still get the Scholastic Book Fair in schools?
Yes, they do. It's also an app.
Okay, because I was like, I remember, $20 burning a hole in my pocket, and then the books always cost like $11 a piece, so you had to make executive decisions and do mental math.
Right.
But I was like, I haven't seen a book fair in a minute. Does Scholastic still come to schools? But I do like that they have this app. I do like that they're giving access, especially with PBS and the Elmo getting just gangstered out of town and all their money shysted out of them. So the fact that there is a free educational app with all their programming on it. I see Barney, I see Clifford, I see Miss Frizzle. So Yeah, good way to keep the kids educated and informed while moving forward with keeping away from the Cheeto in charge.
Mm. Lord, Lord, Lord. Mm-mm-mm. Let's go to the next one, Demon. Okay, so Predator Badlands, which I'm really excited to see. Uh, the rating's been announced and it's PG-13. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard that, I did get a little upset. But the director, mind you, he's directed the last two Predator projects and they're fantastic. He was just like, no, 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 you don't understand. The ratings board is like, listen, when you kill humans and there's blood, it's rated R. But if it's like aliens and stuff, it's PG-13. So it,
I mean, that makes sense because we are. I feel like we're not dealing with too many humans in this movie.
it doesn't take place on Earth.
I think there's like a Wayland Utani crew that shows up like midway through, but even then, like
Right.
I see sparks flying off the ones who get attacked. So I'm like, are we fighting an army of synths? Maybe.
I don't know, but at first I was worried, but now not so much. But it's and apparently, from what I understand, this story takes place ahead of everything else. So it's not really tied to any other storylines or any of that.
Interesting.
So so it's like you don't need to do homework. You didn't have to recently watch Alien Earth. I'm like it's a Predator movie. A very different Predator movie because now he's the main character. So
Yeah, I'm down with it. I'm curious if it is a precursor to everything. I'm curious to see if any kind of tie-in from Alien Earth is here because I
I
know.
don't know. That was the thing. While they were filming, they didn't really know what else was going on. Like this was like Predator Badlands was filmed under a lot of secrecy. Like that a very weird move because we only found out about Predator Badlands last year because they were like, yeah, there's an animated movie and then there's a live action movie coming out. We don't know when. And then we saw the animated movie and it was just like, oh yeah, Predator Badlands comes out 2025. And we're just like, wait, see, I already filmed it?
Yeah, like I knew they were
So
working on it, but like Killers was great. So I'm just curious to see if we do any kind of time skips, front or back or whatever. Because
I don't think so.
I'm curious to why Wayland Utani is here and if they are. This was also a harvesting effort similar to how Alien Earth started off, which is after they had farmed that planet for different
Terraformed it,
species.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm curious if this is. So I'm not expecting a direct tie-in, but if this is them basically on that same mission of creature catching, and maybe this is a earlier look at those missions.
No, no,
I
this takes place after everything we've already seen.
So this is before or after you're saying?
After.
Okay,
This is after.
okay. So yeah, if this is after, then this could also be them going on another creature catching mission, or potentially trying to terraform this planet. So if it's that, because I do think the White Locked one is similar to like that leader that was in Killer of Killers.
Yes,
It'll
I was thinking that, but we'll continue this later. We're gonna move on to the next story
okay.
because I like where your head is. Now, this is what I don't like. First off, shout outs to everyone who went to New York Comic Con. Also know my recent interviewer for our magazine, Harem Scarum Cosplay, was at New York Comic Con. Shout out to her. Check out her interview. Link will be in the description. But they also had a panel about the Mortal Kombat 2 movie coming out. While they were there, they also greenlit Mortal Kombat 3. Now, here's my problem. That first Mortal Kombat y'all put out wasn't good. Overall, it was a shit movie.
Yeah,
Y'all,
I heard nobody liked Cole.
no, yo, my man. When we had back in the day when you had the Mortal Kombat, you had to do the story mode. They would make up this nut ass character that had a story that you had to go through. That's who that dude is. And it's like we do not need that for this movie. There's 75 Mortal Kombat characters in its entirety. There's 75 Mortal Kombat. Y'all could have picked anybody and just built a story around them. You didn't have to make, to be perfectly honest, I think they killed this dude off in Mortal Kombat 2 and they transitioned the story to Carl Urban's Johnny Cage.
That's what I'm hearing. Everybody's like, I don't see much of Cole, which makes me think he might be dead
Good.
and doesn't see the opening credits to this film.
Good. I can't fucking stand it. Like this, you know what this shit reminds me of?
What?
The Resident Evil movies. It was just like you have all these characters we know from the franchise. Who the fuck is Alice?
I never watched those movies or played Resident Evil growing up, but I couldn't figure out who they were for because it did not seem to be for Resident Evil fans.
Like they had us locked in the first one. The second one we was like, I don't know about this. And then after the third, I was just like, fuck this. Nah, it's not for me. But I'm like, y'all gotta make a good movie to that before y'all playing Mortal Kombat 3.
Right. And I'm like, bold move, greenlighting the third one because y'all killed off the game so damn fast.
Yeah, because like I understand that the first one came out during the pandemic, but so did the Suicide Squad. And that movie still made people go out to theaters to buy a ticket. Not too many folks was going out to buy a ticket for y'all.
Yeah. Did this one get a theatrical release?
Yeah, it did. It came out in theaters as well as the HBO Max app.
Okay.
Like this wasn't a horrible movie, but it wasn't a good movie either. It had two solid, great fight scenes, both by the same dudes. There was some decent gore, but the fact that we actually didn't get to the actual tournament, it felt like nothing more than a glorified trailer. But that's not me critiquing the entire film yet. I could go on, but we have places to be. Like there was a lot of weird stuff going on. Speaking of weird, but not shocked, the powers that be looked at that $995 million they made off the first Minecraft movie, and they're just like, we got to do it again.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because for those of y'all who've been watching us for quite some time, when they first announced a Minecraft movie with Jack Black and Jason Momoa, I told Demon, I was like, listen, this is either going to be really stupid or really smart. Somehow they found this beautiful space right in the middle where it shouldn't have worked. And damn near did $1 billion. Jack Black does a song about lava chicken. Look at Jason Momoa's hair.
Yeah, everything about this said this movie was not supposed to work, even down to the CGI. And then people forget this is a game for children. Now, like Black Dynamite, I also used to be a children, but but like, what is it? My homegirl texted me because she took her kids and she was like, "Are we old? What is happening?" They're quoting the movie in real time, and this is our first time seeing it. Like somebody watched that movie and planned it through and through. Like has run Minecraft servers and like never left. Because then I took my sister and I was like, "How did like yeah same?" I was like, "What?" She was like, "You get it?" And I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck is happening?" Like I didn't know I didn't know what a chicken jockey was, but the fact that everyone yelled it at like in unison at the same time, and I'm like, we're all seeing this for the first like how is everyone's brains like in the same? Like I was here for like Cat picking up Thor's hammer and us screaming, but at no point did anybody like scream it out loud that it was happening.
Look,
Yo, go ahead,
Minecraft's
Demon.
a big game, so all motherfuckers can play it.
You know what the
Shit,
funny thing is?
I feel my 72 hour to 2 week Minecraft binge coming on soon. It's been delayed because of Marvel Rivals and Monster Hunter.
Yes. So, but here's the funny part. Hear me out. Tell me, you look at Jack Black and Jason Momoa in this photo. Tell me you wouldn't think it was supposed to be a stoner comedy.
You would think between between the pink jacket and the ridiculous ass hair, and then what
If
is
you threw
called
Seth, if you put Seth Rogen right behind both of them, Minecraft.
honestly he would be the perfect fit for a sequel.
Oh shit!
And even then,
Now,
I think he has free time. I think that second Turtles movie is potentially already
I,
wrapped.
I don't know, bro. Right now, yo. Side note: Seth Rogen is on a hot streak. My man pulled 4 primetime Emmys in at once.
For his show on Apple, right?
Yeah,
I heard it. I heard that's actually really good. Like it's actually like very.
I watched about 3 episodes, and definitely, yeah, like it's definitely, first off, it's one of those movies where you're kind of giving Hollywood a hand job, but you're also telling them that they ain't shit. I know that's graphic,
No,
and
that's what I've heard. Like it's very like
it's just like,
if you've been in the industry, you know he's not lying with what's in that script.
yeah, he's just like, here you go, you're an evil whore. Yep, yeah, all right. I feel like we're not going to be able to use any of what we just did.
Yeah, I think Seth would be a great fit, but I know they tease like the girl at the end of the first movie, and I was like, there's more than characters than just Steve, because I mean,
Right,
according to all the collabs and Sonic Cross Worlds and Smash Brothers, this is Steve's world, and we're just living in it.
right. That's crazy. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, last piece. Jim Carrey again. Apparently, he is in talks to play George Jetson in a live action adaptation. Now, I find this very interesting because recently I rewatched The Flintstones. It came out when I was a child. It came out in 1995, almost 30 years ago, when Jim Carrey was starting out in a show. When Jim Carrey was started out in a show called In Living Color, and it was such a the Flintstones was such a painfully accurate version of the cartoon that it just felt like an extended episode. And as a kid, I always thought the next one would be the Jetsons, but somehow it took 30 fucking years.
I mean, you could have them go into the fog and show that John Goodman and his family are just down there beneath the fog.
I've had that theory for the longest, but then they did Jetsons meet the Flintstones, and it kind of destroys that entire theory.
Well, it was like a time travel movie, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, that's what kind of blows it all up there. But yeah, but here's the funny thing: if you ever watch the Flintstones and then watch the movie, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's not real. It's such a faithful adaptation. It just felt like a live action episode. Something that a lot of live action adaptations Disney just failed to understand.
Yeah, I mean, don't be afraid to get too cartoony with it. It works in certain aspects, like everything down to the outfits to old girl looking at Fred on that table. Like everything about it was ridiculous,
Oh,
but
also my child introduction to Holly Berry. Phew. God damn.
yep. I mean, yeah. Again, I don't know how they sold her on that, but you got her. I think
Because
you had an easier time getting her on the Flintstones than you did on X3.
because you know why? Guess who directed the Flintstones?
Oh,
Steven Spielberg.
was that really a Spielberg? I thought that was made up. He really did.
He did a year after he did Jurassic Park, he did the Flintstones.
He's like, all right, I've done some groundbreaking dino work. Now let's go do the most childish thing imaginable.
And here's the funny part. He literally had to bully John Goodman into taking the role of Fred Flintstone.
Did he really?
Yeah, John Goodman did not want it. Like, John Goodman did not want to do this role. He really did not want to. And Steven Spielberg strong armed him. And to be perfectly honest, I think this was probably one of the best moves because him as Fred Flintstone and Rick Moranis as Barney Rubble, painfully accurate.
I'll say I've been rewatching it because the Looney Tunes show is on Tubi.
That one I consider again. My bad.
Oh wait, did we lose him?
Demon, you good?
I'm good. Continue.
Oh yeah, because like the Flintstones is on Tubi and it comes like when I fall asleep and the Looney Tunes show runs out, it goes to that. And I'm just rewatching the show and I'm like, right, they actually did a whole pregnancy arc with Wilma, even though she really wasn't drawn different. I forgot Bam Bam was adopted.
Yeah, they really did capture the show. Wait, the Looney Tunes show was that the one where they were more like Seinfeld?
Yeah, everybody was like roommates and
yeah,
that is
yo,
my favorite iteration.
I fucked with that show so hard. The fact that they made the witch a black woman.
Yeah, I'm blanking on her name, but literally she plays all the black mothers. She was she was the witch in that show. She was Bubby in Flapjack.
Right. And I'll never forget because at that point I was just like, okay, so Gossamer is just a big black child.
I liked it. I liked him being like basically like a middle school child, like barely hitting puberty. And then everybody is just like roommates and neighbors. Daffy has Bugs and Daffy are basically dating like the female versions of each other. And then I low key, I think that's like the only time.
No. Whoa. Lola is a psychopath.
But the episodes where her and Daffy are together work out so well because they're both absolutely goofy. Whereas Bugs and Tina, which I think Tina was invented just for that show. They're both so serious and like, hey, can y'all knock it off? But then you put up with the most unserious person you've ever met.
I don't think Bugs has a choice.
I mean, you see how many people like. There's even the whole meta joke where like one time they're just like, dude, how many people are living in your house?
Yo, but I'm sorry, we are getting off track. We gonna put a pin in that. We can make some content off that. I think that's a thing we could do.
Yeah, I think Jim Carrey could do the Jetsons. The Jetsons more than Freddy. I think he could do that.
Okay, I think he's a man that could do both. But folks, we are right here at the end of the Geek Report. I hope you guys were informed and entertained. I want to thank Tafari for coming through. I appreciate you. I can't wait to have you back on next week because we got to get into this salty cinema. Demon Engine, you're the man. I appreciate you. And of course, I can't do this without you. We can't do this without you. So again, thank you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Get updated on anything and everything from Amerime Media. Check out our links in the description. We have some good stuff going on. We'll see you next time. Be well.